This video is going to be towards men. I've done a lot in my life, okay? I've done a whole lot. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to. But I'm going to tell you this, I learned a lot from experience. And this is why I'm warning people as well. Because if you are a man who is married or who's thinking about getting married and you have dealt with infidelity, I need for you to watch this. Meaning you are the one who's doing it, okay? And yes, there are situations with women, but this is actually towards men at this moment. And if you are willing to stick around and listen and be able to understand, this is for you. But if you cannot understand, then this is not for you. You will never get it. A lot of things that I've learned is through trial and error. Okay, none of us are perfect, so I need for you to understand this coming from a woman. A lot of times in life, you have troubles in your marriage. Okay, I understand that. But there are times you will meet people, whether it be at your job and all these places. Just take for job, for instance. You meet this woman on your job. Y'all actually start out professional at first. But as time go on, it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to slide you my number, this, that. And anytime you want to get in touch with me, you can. First and foremost, you already feel something as well. You already know that this is wrong because you can always tell that it's not really about the job. You know what I'm talking about. You can always tell when it's more than just the job. Even though people come off like it is the job. And let's just say you told this woman you was married, or people there know that you're married. So, but now it's like that. So next time y'all get in touch with each other or actually around each other at work, it's more like we should go out and eat and all this kind of stuff. You're thinking it's no big deal because, it's a coworker. But, okay. No big deal, all these things. So you keep on, y'all start talking about personal things. You start divulging information to this woman about your wife that she should never ever know. You start going to her about things and asking questions about women when you should be asking your wife, because you don't understand what you're doing. You're now put in the position of your wife to where anything that comes from her, you don't value her opinion and you don't think what she has to say is worth anything. So now you didn't put this other woman's opinion over your wife, not understanding what you have just done. Now it's signified to this woman, I have control over him. Now I can do what I need to do in order to get this man, because this man has obviously let me come in at the door. You literally opened the door to this woman, okay? This is what you need to understand. Now, as time goes on, it actually becomes, and sometimes it's not even time, but you get what I'm saying. It becomes physical. So not only that, your wife is starting to notice that you are different, you act different, behave different, dress different, smell different. You are just different. Everything about you is different. And I'm not going to get on the spiritual aspect. I'm just going to stay on the physical aspect and mental with this. But everything about you is just different. So she start asking you questions, what's going on? And you're like, nothing, this and that. You're short with her. You kind of dry, but she knows there's something going on because you didn't change toward her. Everything towards her didn't change. Even the way how you speak to her. So you go on to work and all this stuff, keep doing things, and your wife is at home suffering. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, she's trying to figure out what she has done. And every time she asks you a question, you just put it off and be like, nothing's going on. But in fact, it is. But when you go around this other woman, you're literally giving this woman information about what's going on in your household, and you're not even coming to your wife to tell her. Do you not understand? You're not taking these questions that you should be talking to your wife about instead of talking to another woman who has given you information, things that honestly she don't even know about. So a lot of times these women would give you false information and just to cause division within your home, because why? You didn't gave her the foot to get in. That's something I'm telling you didn't gave her a reason to get in, and baby, she's gonna take it. You didn't gave her a foot. You know what I'm saying? She's going to take a mile right now. So she's going to take it and she's going to run with it. Okay, so now you think this woman is the best thing you didn't ever met. The size of some cornbread, cake, or cheese, carrots, or whatever you eat. Okay, a tofu. I don't care what it is. You get what I'm saying. Okay, so you think she's the best thing ever. Yeah. Because you don't be around her and you don't know her. But with that being said, so you start treating your wife all messed up. Your wife knows things are going on. You snapping at her, you doing all this stuff, and she's asking questions. You're calling it what? What is called bickering. Bickering. That's it. You think she's bickering, but in fact, she's asking you genuine, honest questions. What's going on you? Because she knows that you're different. And there are a lot of women who keep it to themselves and never say anything. But there are those who actually do mention it. But the thing is, let's just say your wife does get information, find out that you're cheating, and bring it to you. Why do you lie? Why do you not just tell the truth and say that you're doing what you're doing? But the thing is that I understand about you want your cake and eat it too, but the thing in life is that this just does not go that way. Because it's like this: if you're cheating, why not leave your wife for that person that you are cheating with? Or you know something. I just want you to think. Or you know something. The thing is that what you don't understand what you're doing to your wife is that you are playing her and this woman against each other. This woman knows everything about your wife, but your wife knows nothing about her. Now you have put her in a dangerous position to where this woman literally recognizes your wife out in public, and your wife don't know who she is. Even though your wife can tell when somebody's looking at her funny, acting funny, and all, you get what I'm saying? And then she brings to your attention that somebody acting funny towards her, even though she don't know it, you dismiss and act like it's nothing, when in fact you know this woman that you're sleeping with. Okay? So you didn't put your wife in a dangerous position. A lot of times these women would show up at places where your wife is at because why? You done told them what your wife do, where your wife goes, where she shops at, and all these things. So this woman makes it her mission to look out and see what your wife is doing or have other people, because she wants to know about her. Now she's curious. Not saying all of them but a lot of them are. Okay, now she's curious. Now she wants to know about your wife. She wants to know everything, and she gets to compare it. And the thing is that you allowed it to happen. So now this woman wants you. She wants you because she sees how it is, quote unquote, you treat your wife and all these things. Okay, so now she starts leaving things so your wife can find in your clothes, whether it be a bonnet. Your wife don't even wear a bonnet. Makeup, certain makeup. Your wife don't even wear that type of makeup. She don't even buy that type of makeup or even underwear. All these things. You get my point. So they do it intentionally because they want the wife to know, because they know you're not leaving that wife. You're not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, you told them you weren't going anywhere, but they don't care. They want the wife to leave the husband. Now the thing is that I'm going to bring this question to you. If you cheated on your wife and you cheated with this other woman, but you claim to love your wife, and you're doing it with this other woman, what is it that you really want? Because I'm going to tell you like this: love does not do that. That is not love. Okay, a person who loves you would never ever hurt you. I don't care if it was not your intention. It happened. And that's what people don't understand. There are things steps that literally go on when you meet this person and the conversation turns from whether it be platonic or even about jobs, you know what I'm saying, your career, to something personal. You already know you didn't step into enemy's territory. You need to listen. This is dangerous. This is why a lot of marriages, including mine, fail, because my husband cannot understand this. You have now allowed this woman to put a hole, or women, in the relationship because you are being friendly. Now, with that being said, there is nothing wrong with being polite. Okay, but there are women out there, if you speak to them a hello, they don't take it as a regular hello. Okay, so that's why a lot of times you end up even with the other person that's kind of off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny, because they thinking by you just saying hello when you first met them that meant something else, and you were just literally saying hello. Do you really want to know how I know that? Okay, fine, I'll tell you. I've literally met women like that. I've met women to where a man would pass by and speak to everybody, and the woman out the group would literally be like, "Oh, did y'all see the way how he looked at me?" No, he just said hello. He want me. I'm fixing to go find out about him. Y'all don't understand how crazy some people are. That's why you can't do that. And it's not only women, it's men too. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Because there will be people who will literally be like, "Girl, like he was just speaking, he was just saying, hey," in their mind, you were saying something else. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being polite or kind. But there are people who will literally take it as, you know what I'm saying, and go farther. But you as a man is an issue. And I'm going to tell you right now, that wife don't need to blame the side chick. The side chick definitely don't need to blame the wife. She needs to stay where she at. Okay. The thing is, you married her for whatever reason. You married your wife, and you know what you did for whatever reason. Now the thing is, you didn't take the time to get to know who you are and what you want before you got married. It is not her fault. It is yours. So what I'm saying is that you need to sit back and reevaluate you and start working on you. And any man out there that's single, think about getting married or whatever, before anything, work on yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually before you actually start dating and before you even get a woman and ask her to marry you. So things like this do not occur, because why? You don't even know who you are. You are playing people. You are playing these people against each other, because if it's not them, it's always going to be somebody else if you don't take the time to work on yourself.